Whenever I look at this picture, I think you and I could have been on the bridge.
Could completely.
Both
So
worked
I'd have been on inside. I've been just on that side, but my action station was the GPMG on the outside of the bridge.
They served alongside each other at sea in the early 90s, both hiding the same secret. Emma Riley was a Royal Navy radio operator for 3 years before she was cast out for being gay.
And so it was get up, get dressed, get downstairs, you're under arrest. And at that point, I'm in shock.
Emma later went to the European Court of Human Rights to challenge the ban and played a key role in helping to change the law in 2000.
There has been a violation of Article 8 of the Convention.
Emma's just been named Hero of the Year at the British Diversity Awards for her campaigning efforts and for speaking out about the horrors that serving LGBT+ personnel faced.
During the process, some were raped or beaten or had intrusive medical examinations, psychiatric evaluations, electric shock therapy. I recently spoke to one person who told me that basically she was used as bait to get a corporal charged with lesbianism.
Craig Jones came out the day the ban was lifted while still serving in the Navy. He describes a toxic environment which did not change overnight, but he does remember a turning point.
I was very proud in 2005 to see the Royal Navy as the first armed force in the world to march in Pride. And we marched in our full No. 1 uniforms. I remember there was a spat between the Army and the Navy and the Air Force, and the Army and the Air Force decided that they would wear polo shirts. And I said to the First Sea Lord, what will we wear, sir? And he said, the Royal Navy is over 500 years old, and we will not be marching through our capital city in polo shirts. Craig will be wearing No. 1 uniform with our swords drawn and our drums beating.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel proud. Incredibly proud of how far we'd come and of the difficulties that we'd faced. But I recognised from that moment that our armed forces were going to turn that corner and they were going to become the modern and inclusive employers that would in the future value people like Emma for their service.
There is a small bit of me that wonders what I would have been able to achieve, and I do feel, given my record and my determination, that I would have done well.
The focus now on reparations. A review last year made 49 recommendations, including an apology.
Today, on behalf of the British state, I apologise.
The government says they deeply regret the treatment of LGBT serving personnel and says they've already implemented over half the recommendations of the review.
We need to make better and faster progress on compensation. This is an ageing population and they deserve to have this very sad episode in their lives ended with some sense of justice.
The armed forces today has moved forward, but the past cannot be forgotten. Fighting with Pride wants all those affected by the ban to register with the Veteran Support section on the government website so the full scale can be acknowledged. A fight not just for compensation, but for justice and honour to be restored. Juliette Parkin, BBC South East Today, Brighton.